don't understand how someone could do that to someone. I don't. I was so... I feel like I'm too far away. Hello, Violet here. That's better. So, I don't even want to talk about it because like it makes me so uncomfortable, and like I just hate mentally going back to where I was in that state of mind and just even thinking about that situation, because it's just so emotionally draining for me, and I hate it. If it looks like I'm uncomfortable in this video, then that's because I am. Hey guys, Violet here, back at it again. So today I am here to tell you a little story about my life. I'm sure you guys all want to hear because I'm just so exciting. I love spinny chairs. Sorry. My name is Alissa Violet. I am 20 years old, 21 in like a week, and I'm living in Los Angeles, California. Let me tell you about how exactly I got here. So I was 18 years old. I just graduated high school. Was working at Panera Bread in my little hometown in a small town called Brunswick, Ohio. So I was going to high school. You know, I did all 4 years. I'm really proud of that. I got a diploma. Sorry. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be in that like realm of everyone in Hollywood. And I was a funny gal, you know. I guess I could say that. I was pretty funny. I like to make people laugh. I like to make people feel good about themselves. I always try to do my best with that, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job, right? And the day before I graduated high school, literally commencement was like the next day, and I was at the mall one day shopping for a dress for commencement. So I was at the mall one day, and there was all these like little girls running around the mall, and I was just like, what the frick is this? Is Justin Bieber here or something? And I didn't know what was going on. So my friend and I like rolled down the window. I was with my friend Hannah, shout out to Hannah Getson. We rolled down the window, we're like, yo, what's going on? All these little girls, like, oh my god, the Viners, Jake and Logan Paul are here at the mall, like they just got kicked out. They're going to do a meet and greet, like, will you please take us there? And I was just like, who? And they're like, oh, you know, like the app Vine was huge back then. It was like 2014. And then I was just like, yeah, whatever. So these girls were like, please, can you take us to their next location? Like, we're 12 years old, we don't have a car, our parents dropped us off at the mall. And I was just like, yeah, cool, whatever. Hop in, kids. So like, me and my friend and I took a bunch of random little girls to like their meet and greet or whatever. We didn't know who it was. So then we dropped off like all these little girls. We're like, all right, bye guys, you know, run along, have fun. Like, why don't we just get out of the car and see who it is? We get out of the car, and then somehow Jake got my phone and his phone number in my phone so I could text him later. Jake and I became really good friends. He thought I was cute, I don't know. And we kind of like were talking, if you will. I guess we just really started to like each other. Got really close. So fast forward. Him and his brother moved to LA, and we stayed talking. Every single time he would come back to Ohio to visit family, I'd be like the first person he'd call, We'd hang out like nonstop, and then he'd come back to LA and whatever. After about 6 months of that and like just texting nonstop, he was like, yo, why don't you come out to LA? And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, there's no way. He was like, well, why don't you just like fly out here for 2 weeks and, you know, just see how it is, see if you like it, and I can introduce you to a bunch of my friends. I can introduce you to modeling agencies, and we can just kind of get the ball rolling on this whole Team 10 thing. All right, yeah, let's do it. I flew out to LA for 2 weeks. We were kind of, we weren't together, but we were definitely a thing. It was like the cutest 2 weeks of my entire life. Like, it was so adorable. He was so sweet to me. We started to like really like each other. I met with 5 modeling agencies. 4 out of the 5 offered me contracts like right off the bat. Damn, why haven't I done this sooner? Like, I had no idea of my potential. Like, okay, I have to make a big decision on which modeling agency to sign with and like what exactly to do. So after the 2 weeks is up, I thank Jake and Logan for letting me stay with them and having the best 2 weeks of my life, and I flew back home to Ohio. Fast forward to summer 2015, packed all my shit up, bought a car, drove out here with my mom, and started living in LA. At that point, Jake and I were still kind of like together, like on and off, like whatever. I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. Like, I'm uncomfortable talking about it because like I don't even know what exactly we were. To this day, I still don't know exactly what we were. So then we start collaborating, having so much fun together, sleepovers, the whole 9 yards, like head over heels. I was head over heels for this kid, like legit. I would do anything for him. That's why I signed a contract for 20% of my life for 5 years. Because I believed in him, and he believed in me. During the summer, I moved out here. Him and I were kind of, like, we were together, but like we weren't dating, we weren't official, we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were like kind of together, whatever. So I would just always see that he's hanging around like all these girls and stuff. It's like, oh, whatever, like I didn't think anything of it, like, and then he always argued that like we weren't together, so I'm not cheating, just like stuff like that. Around November of 2015, I was living in the model apartments. I had to move out of there. Jake was like, why don't you just move in with me? And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be lit, let's do it. And I move in with him, sleeping in the same bed, basically together at this point, but without a title. But then he would always have girls over in front of me, and I was just like, what the frick? So then we're not together. But then he would like play all these mind games with me and just be like, yo, like don't get mad, having a girl over. And he did that like 25,000 times. I would be like in our room, like editing or doing something, and then all of a sudden he'd like walk in and be like, yo, like can you leave please for like 2 hours, like can you go upstairs or can you just like leave for a little bit? And I was like, why? He's like, oh, like I'm having a girl over, we're gonna hang out in here. Okay, I was heartbroken, like legit heartbroken, but I never showed it because I don't know why. And he would do that all the time. So then as time goes on, just brings more girls over, and then he would be with me, and then he would have a girl over, and then 2 days later he'd be with me, and then we'd be together, and then we'd not be together, and then we'd fight, and I'd be pissed because he'd bring girls over, and he didn't think he was doing anything wrong, and I was like, you can't just be with me one night and then like the next night treat me like shit and bring a girl over. I don't know, just really messed up. But I let that shit happen because I was just like so head over heels. Like I was just like, frick it, why not? Whatever makes him happy. We all move into a house, having so much fun, creating videos all the time, like content nonstop, photo shoots, videos, everything. We're killing it. Like we're still together at this point. Like this whole time we were like together, but we weren't. I don't even know how to explain it. It's so weird. So then we move into the Team 10 house and he creates these rules for everyone. If you're not up by 10 a.m. filming, then like you get fined $50 and like you have to pay $50. Like no alcohol at the house or you get fined $500. No smoking. Every single guest that you had over had to be approved by Jake. Niels would always ask to have friends over. He's like, yeah, that's fine. But the second I asked to have like a guy over, he would be like, no, absolutely not. And I'd be like, why? He'd be like, I just don't want him here. But then he would have girls over like all the time in front of me, and then he would tell me all this stuff. He told me he loved me one night, and then like a couple days later he flew out this girl from Ohio. They were like hooking up in Ohio, and he flew out this girl and was smashing her for like a week. That was like a few days after he told me he loved me. Are you serious? Like how could you do that to someone? How could you just like, I don't even know. I would be like editing one night, and then all of a sudden like I'd hear the front door open. Jake would come home with like a girl. My stomach would just drop. My heart would just like start beating like so fast. I felt like I was gonna like be sick. I can't even explain to you what was going through my head. There's nothing I could do about it because like it's his house. I'm in a contract with him. I'm basically where I'm at because of him, and like I didn't really have a place to tell him that he was wrong, even though he was really, really wrong. And that happened all the time. Like I wouldn't even want to go back to the house sometimes at night because I just knew that there was a girl waiting, or there was a girl there with Jake. I couldn't deal with it. All these girls would come over to the house. I would have to look them in the eye, shake their hand, and be like, yo, like nice to meet you, and play like dope girl that knows what's going on and has to be okay with it. But like I wasn't okay with it. Like I had to look these girls in the eyes and like know that they were hooking up with Jake. And like I was a bitch all the time. Obviously, I like didn't even want to talk to him, and I came across as a bitch, obviously. And like he knew exactly what he was doing to me. He like played all these mind games. He would literally tell me he loved me one day and then tell me he hates my guts the next day. Like I don't even know. So he flew out this girl from Ohio, right? She walks in the door, I have to like be like, oh hi, yeah, nice to meet you, whatever. I'm like a bitch. I'm like literally a bitch. Like I don't mean to be, but like dude, you're smashing the guy I'm like in love with. And I would be like downstairs in the kitchen, like making breakfast or something. I'd just get back from the gym, I'd be cooking food, and then all of a sudden I'd hear them upstairs like I could hear it. I could literally hear it. Like, do you know what that does to a person that you like love, and then you could just hear them like banging another girl upstairs? And that's happened so many times. Like it's not, something clicks in your head. Like you want to kill someone, but you want to cry and you want to get revenge, but you can't. It's like so hard to explain. Like if you hear it, if you like physically hear this going on, it makes you crazy. It makes you go insane. I was literally insane. Like I couldn't even think straight. So I would just go upstairs to my bathroom or my bedroom, and I would just cry myself to sleep, like night after night. And then I'd wake up the next morning and I'd have to like say goodbye to these girls, or I'd have to like see him. I'd have to see his face day after day and be on camera. Be like, hi guys. And then like the second the camera was off, I hated him, but I loved him at the same time. And then he would try to make it all better, and like everyone knew it wasn't better, and I was doing it to myself. I should have moved out, but I didn't. Now looking back at this whole situation, I really don't know if I loved him. I don't know how I could love a